But I've always been into of course, the music, but behind the scenes, the process.
Yeah.
To me, that's always fascinating. Even the writing, getting down to the writing, changing the verse, the instrumentation, all the way to the final product. I think that's fascinating. I don't know.
That part, honestly, and it's funny you said that because that part to me, that's what I get a kick out of.
Right? Isn't it like
the final product is cool, but the process, like the journey to get into it,
the journey, that's what it is.
Is that's more fascinating to me. So,
so you can understand why I'm right here.
I think that's a artist thing. You know what I'm saying?
I guess so, huh?
Yeah, because I don't. Everybody doesn't think like that.
Because they don't think like what it took to get to that point, to the end product.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of, you'll be surprised. Like I'll go and listen to old demos.
Yeah.
Not for me, like other artists, like the very first incarnation of the song, and you're like, it's like I see what they did. They changed this, or they came back to this. It sounds
totally different. Like I'll hear like a what they call it, not a placement. They call it
like in the song, a bridge, chorus.
No, well,
verse?
because nowadays you have artists who you have songwriters who write songs for mainstream artists. So they'll send them. They'll send them
a demo or a rough copy?
Okay, I guess you could call it a demo. So like they'll sing a song, and this is I catch myself watching this on YouTube. So they'll I'll give you an example. So Rihanna, she did this song called Diamonds, right? But she didn't write the song, right? So the lady that wrote the song, she actually got in the studio and recorded, the song from her perspective. Then what they do is they send that demo to the artist to see if they want to purchase it. You know what I'm saying? And then once they give them the okay, obviously they get their publishing.
Right.
They get the okay, and then they go in the studio and remake it. You know what I'm saying?
So
it's a whole process.
Do they tweak it and change some things?
No, they completely, they do it from scratch. You know what I'm saying?
The song, so they buy the song, obviously they thought it was good.
Yeah.
But do they go back and rearrange it somehow?
Yeah. What they do, because they're buying, not only are they purchasing the actual lyrics, but they purchasing the composition. So once you purchase a composition, it's kind of like I produce a song and then I have it played live.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that was the process with that song. That's just one example, but that's a process with that song is that they purchased the
and you can hear the evolution of the song.
Yeah.
To its final.
But when you, like you said, when you first hear the demo, you like, wow, it came from that.
You got from that to point A to point B.
Yeah. And obviously, if you are an artist like a Rihanna or Beyonce,
she's gonna have ideas.
Top notch. You have the top notch equipment.
Oh, okay. And artists. Other writers and
exactly. So they'll probably put a bridge here.
I mean,
yeah,
you have to have a hit somewhere in there, right?
But what I think my main thing is what I notice is that you have to write good music at the end of the day.
Well, yeah, I mean that's the end result, right?
Exactly, but that's what people miss. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's
they're not thinking about writing a good song.
They're not thinking.
What are they thinking about then?
Because they think like when they see big artists, they think, well, not everybody, but I say a good amount of people. They see a big artist and they like, well, this artist is this artist makes the best songs, but you don't know the process of them getting to that. You know what I mean? A lot of artists, and I'm not to take away from big artists, but a lot of them, they don't write their own music.
No.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. They get reference music.
It's very rare nowadays when you have an artist that sings and writes
everything themselves. Right. So it's like, but when you understand the process, you respect it more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You not only are you gonna not only do you put the artist on a high pedestal, but you put everybody that's involved.
Because it's hard work to write a song. Imagine if I could write it, if you and I could write a hit single, we wouldn't drive the bus. But it's not that easy to write a hit single.
We can.
We can try.
No, we can. Don't get me wrong. We can. I don't think that's a
problem.
But
sometimes I hear these songs and I'm like, why couldn't I put those 3 chords together in that arrangement?
Yeah.
I know the same chords. Like I'll hear these songs, I'm like, man, why didn't I think of that? But it's a combination of chorus, 2 and verse. But what I'm saying is that I wish I had that ability to write a hit single because then I wouldn't have to
I feel you.
work a full-time job. But I know it's work. Writing a song is a craft.
Right.
Like anything, the more you do it, the better you get at it. You got to keep doing it.
And then we also gotta put in perspective too the business side of it.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean, and that's why I talked to my partner about, because he's a singer and he's younger than me, so he doesn't. I tell him that you got to read, if this is what you want to do. It's a music business, right?
Right.
So you can be. We're musicians, so we get the music part, but we need to understand the business part.
Yeah.
Because it's a music business.
You know how many artists have gotten ripped off? Even
because
big artists.
They didn't take the time to understand the
No,
business
because
part.
they get excited. They give you a contract. They throw a little money in front of
Yeah.
you, and you're like, "I made it." Well, no, you got to read the fine print. Now you're into this company for the next 10 years. And regardless, you have to produce
and do
whatever they tell you, an album.
And they don't. A lot of times, those people don't know anything about music.
No, they just.
But they know about business.
They know about business.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, so when you get an artist that knows about music and business, they're unstoppable. You understand what I'm saying? And it's hard to be able to balance
they're
both.
not going to get taken advantage of.
Yeah, it's hard to balance both because there's a lot of information on both ends.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So, like, it's tough. It's tough, but it has to be done because it's like if you're making music for yourself, you don't have to know the business.
Right.
But if you're trying to step into music business, then you need to know both.
If you want to be a part of the industry.
Right. And if you want to be successful.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In the music business. You know what I mean? You have a lot of talent out here. You know what I mean? Who are great musicians and great artists, producers, but they don't take the time to just like how you perfect your craft on the guitar.
Mm-hmm.
You should take time to get on the computer and
learn about copyright.
Exactly. Publishing. What's this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The same time you take for that is the same time that's what I mean. Because now you're giving now you're balancing your.
It's true. You gotta think about, like you said, the business end of it. Because
that's what it
so
is.
many artists, successful artists, famous artists have got ripped off really bad. Where they're almost bankrupt,
Yeah. And then you're like
how can they? They had a hit single, but they're still broke.
And it's sad because a lot of these artists are your favorite artists.
Exactly, they're people that I admire,
Yeah.
and unfortunately, they, not their fault.
Yeah.
I probably would have did the same thing.
Right.
Somebody is excited to sign me, give me a contract. I'm just going to sign because I'm getting signed. I'm an artist, signed artist now. I could put that on my resume, not knowing. Read the fine print.
Read line 36. Right?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And I think now it's more important than ever because me personally, I feel there's no excuse for it now. We have information at the click of a button. You
just Google that. Everybody says Google it.
There's no excuse for it now.
Right.
Anything you want to know, you can find out. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't even have to leave your house.
No. I used to have, when I was a kid, go walk to the library, look do the Dewey Decimal, pull the tray, get the card, write it down, go walk through the aisles. Right? Nowadays you just Google it and
you're right there.
You're right there.
I used to go to the library. I used to grab music for dummies. Them books, and or the was it Nolo? I believe the brand was. Learn about the music business. Those books. I used to read those books because I think since day one I've been more than just a fan of music.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like I was that person when I would get a new album from an artist that was a favorite, I would read the whole booklet. You would even probably look at. I would look at who are the musicians, who produced it. Yeah, who I knew that the writing credits. Who was there a sample? That was just who I was. That's how I was since. So I knew at some point I was gonna get into music. Right. Because that's what I did. Every time I got a new album, I would just be reading. I would be listening to the music, but I'll be reading. And looking at all the liner notes, liner notes. Yeah. Okay. The thank you, everything, credits, everything. Where it even was the artwork. I bet you look at the artwork too. Exactly. Where who mixed the track, who mastered it, who engineered it, everything. That's what I'm saying? Because that's like I said, I was more than just a fan of the music. And then from there it progressed. I wanted to know, okay. Because a lot of artists that I listen to, they actually spoke about it in their music. So I was like, what are they talking about publishing? What is publishing? Right. So then I would go look it up. They have books on publishing. Royalties. What are they talking about royalties?
Yeah.
Let me look it up. You know what I'm saying? It was just out of curiosity, all this stuff. Copyright. What is that? Look it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I think it's not in everybody to do that.
No.
It's not. But for those who are like that, you understand.
Those who are real passionate
yeah,
about it.
when you're passionate about anything, you're gonna dive deep into it.
Yeah.